Obviously, you got to protect the guy better. You have to run the ball. You have to allow some quick passes, keep some tight ends in to protect the quarterback. But that, for me, was just a welcome to the NFL, Saints versus Jaguars, as you would expect.
Yeah, you talk about running the ball. The rookie running back, Travis Etienne, hurt his foot in that game, so we'll keep an eye on that. But, Jeff, when you watch this, what are you thinking about the way Urban Meyer is handling things this preseason?
I think that this is the repercussions of not giving Trevor Lawrence the starting job. And you could say, well, watching that game, it certainly didn't look like he earned it. But my thing is he clearly needs more repetitions. You will never change my mind about Trevor Lawrence in terms of his generational talent. We should know that this guy not only deserved to be the #1 overall pick, he deserves to be the starting quarterback right away, get in there, and start getting those first-team reps. To me, this was just evidence that he needs more repetitions. He needs more time with that first-team offense to develop that chemistry, because right now he's not getting it. It is time for Urban Meyer to name Trevor Lawrence the starting quarterback of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Marcus, your thoughts?
Listen, man, I'm not on camera, so y'all can't see my damn face. One, it was a disaster. That's one. Last night was a disaster. And look, I know they missing some offensive linemen, but it looks like this team has no plan, man. I was more concerned about how they were operating from an offensive play calling standpoint. What type of situations were you putting Trevor Lawrence in? I'm with Jeff. I think everybody's in agreement that Trevor Lawrence should have been the #1 overall pick. You can see the talent. You can still see some of the things that he does outer worldly, even last night being under so much duress. Yep. But I'm just concerned about how they call plays and how they allow this kid to continue to get put on the mat. And Trevor, look, what I like about him more than anything is what you don't get from most rookies. They don't know what to say. But when you saw him in that presser before we came on talking about it, he talked about it. We need to click more. We got to have more protection. I got to get the ball out of my hands. Quarterbacks that put it on them, I tend to gravitate to. And as that was not on Trevor Lawrence last night, but he still took the heat for it. And that's a guy that I think is going to have a tremendous amount of success in this league and the respect of his teammates. And two, they were not playing with a full boat. So hopefully it'll get better going forward. I'm more concerned about this damn coaching staff than I am Trevor Lawrence.
Look, all we really want out of these preseason games is good storylines, and this was one. Marcus Spears, what did you think of Jameis Winston last night?
First of all, gentlemen, good morning. We're going to get this started early. Good morning to all of y'all. Y'all look wonderful. One, we're going to take the damn headline quarterback battle out of the New Orleans Saints discussion because it ain't no more.
That's right.
Jameis Winston is the starter. And most of all, when you see this guy play, him and Taysom Hill are not even in the same stratosphere at playing a quarterback spot. I get it, the turnovers. That's the reason why we had a discussion. But I thought that Jameis Winston needed a year to sit and watch Drew Brees and Sean Payton operate. He talked about it in his interview with Jeremy Fowler about how he needed to settle down and not try to be a hero every play. Now, the two throws were some heroic throws, and I gotta say, I jumped off the couch. Marquez Callaway made a statement for him to be the #2 wide receiver when Michael Thomas gets back. But when we talk about Jameis and we talk about Taysom Hill, and no disrespect to Taysom Hill, these dudes ain't in the same stratosphere, y'all. We've been having the conversation because Taysom Hill was behind Drew, and they wanted to see if he could develop and become a guy as elite. He's better used as the athlete, the Swiss Army knife. Jameis Winston, the starter, so let's get rid of quarterback battle. That thing over.
All right, but like, to be fair here, we've always known Jameis Winston could throw it. A long touchdown pass, not necessarily something that's been missing from his game. Sacho, this is, or Jeff, you got a point. What's the point you want to make on this quarterback battle in New Orleans?
What you were just about to say, here is the stat that you need to know, and it comes from our guy Carter in research. Both of Winston's touchdown passes last night had an air distance of at least 40 yards, okay? At least 40 yards. The Saints had 2 passing touchdowns with 40-plus yards of air distance in the last 2 regular seasons combined. The last 2 seasons tied for fewest in the NFL. That's it. That's all you need to know. Jameis Winston brings a different dynamic to this offense. It is over. This is like a boxing match where you walk over to Taysom Hill, the ref throws his arms
Slumped
up,
him.
Taysom throws a fuss because he thinks that he's still in the fight, but everybody knows that's watching the fight that it's over. Jameis Winston is the starting quarterback in the New Orleans Saints. Sean Payton will eventually tell us exactly that.
All right. But look, I feel the same way you guys both do. But to play devil's advocate, Sacho, I mean, like, last time Jameis Winston was a starter, he had 30 touchdown passes, 5,000 yards, but also 30 interceptions. We see the great, but how sure can the Saints be that the bad won't rear its ugly head and cost them games?
Well, that was the benefit of Jameis Winston coming to New Orleans and learning from Drew Brees. You saw the interview. He said, man, Drew Brees taught me I don't have to be Batman all the time. I can be Bruce Wayne at times. Now, Jameis is really good, right? 5,000 passing yards in a season. Not even a long time ago, like 2019, like 2 years ago. That's phenomenal. Those are amazing numbers. 33 touchdowns. That's really, really good. Then the 30 interceptions. So if you can get rid of those 30 interceptions, all of a sudden there's no longer any kind of quarterback battle or any kind of questions. Jameis Winston is the guy. Now the major benefit of this current quarterback competition, at least what was a quarterback competition up until last night, is that if Jameis does falter, if you see those interceptions start to rise again, you can always go back to Taysom Hill, right? You have that experience. You have an entire offseason of him thinking, I'm going to be the quarterback, an entire preseason. So you have an extra backup plan. Even though they like Ian Book, they like Trevor Siemian, but you got another backup plan right there.